Jilla, BTB, News Media, Films coming at you with a little reaction video. This was about your boy Pooh Shiesty. The lawyers, they broke it down. These are Pooh Shiesty lawyers. This man got a dream team. But they basically exposed your boy Gucci, man. Check this out.
You tell me when you guys are ready. Ready?
Would you say your name for us real quick?
Yeah, Bradford Cohen, C-O-H-E-N, Sam Zengane, and John Helms.
And any questions, just look straight in the middle.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get to it.
So we had a bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what was made, what allegedly was witnessed and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that I thought was quite embarrassing was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual.
Hey, man, the way he talking, he's selling the whole case right here. He's selling the whole thing right here.
He's allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoop.
You're essentially arguing
I'm going to scoop.
he said kind of case, no evidence.
Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is it's a he said type of a case. I mean, obviously, there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio who says he didn't.
Hey, the feds got something. They're not letting nobody go. They got something, so.
Hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio, where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, "Hey, can I get my watches back?" Like, the story is quite unusual. And
hey, man, he flipping it, ain't he?
I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual, and I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest.
What is your response to the judge saying that, your client still violating the terms of his paper monitor location?
Sure, those are all things that are going to be, flushed out. The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really even going to make that argument. My main thrust.
Of course, you weren't gonna make the argument because the PO and them called them and said, "Where you at? You're not supposed to be there. Head home immediately or whatever to the halfway house." Stop it.
Today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually drafted the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand? They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. And that's done quite often in gamesmanship because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand and be measured by our legal team.
How far away is this from trial?
Oh, who knows? We're going to get discovery. We'll take a look at their discovery. They're going to say it's ongoing. I mean, think about it. They had 3 months to get this stuff. They had 3 months to get warrants. They didn't get warrants that night. They didn't get warrants the next night. They didn't get warrants the next month. They didn't get warrants the month after. They waited 3 months to get warrants on whether or not there's guns, whether or not there's jewelry. How about there's...
Yeah, and then they said in that raid that they did in Memphis at Pooh Shiesty's father's house, they didn't find anything there either. So
phones. How about the computers? gives me great pause when I see a case that takes that long to get warrants if you believe everything that was said on the evening that it occurs.
Does anybody have a path out of jail?
Hold on, let me take one from her because she was trying last night.
Can you say anything about the identity of RD, and then you also spoke about a social media post?
Correct. So, listen, I don't like when the government puts initials in and everyone takes a guess who they are. We all know who they are, right? I'm not going to say it's this person or that person. That's not my job to do. But certainly there have been media posts of individuals that we suspect were involved in that evening where they're denying that it occurred or they're denying that they're giving statements to the government. I think that's unusual as well. Because of what the government put forward today seems to negate those statements, but we'll have to see how this all shakes out.
Oh, wow. They're talking about Gucci.
Guys, Sam and I have had many, many cases together, right? We just finished a case a couple of years ago in San Francisco on the Cash App murder case. And whenever I talk to individuals, whenever I talk to the media, I always say, this is not a straight road. It's always a very winding road. So we never know where things are going to take us. We got to look at the evidence as it comes in, and we'll see what's there. I'm just shocked that, you know, when they say there might be video out there, they don't have it. There might be this mystery contract, they don't have it. Oh, they were at Staples, you know, making.
Oh, trust me, the feds got some. They got some.
Obvious. It's just a total guess. So, like, we're not here to guess. I'm here to look at the evidence, to weigh the evidence, and to make the best decision based on that evidence.
Your client just stays in detention until what next?
Yeah, currently he'll stay in detention. We'll get discovery. We'll start going through that. There's going to be several motions that we're going to file.
He back in jail.
In a couple of weeks, but that'll all come out. We'll
Just don't get it, man.
Look at my man.
Is it me or some of these rappers, man, they like jail because, man, like, I'll be doing anything in my power not to get up in there. Come on now.
So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have no idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities.
Oh, Gucci about to give a statement, y'all. Everything. But basically, Gucci made a diss song talking about what happened. So he gave the feds free reign to, and they're going to subpoena him to come anyway and do anything. So he might as well just, he's snitching before the real snitching come out.
Not to the FBI, but that evening it appears from the material that they produced and from the agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening, but since that evening has...
Look, man. Take my glasses off for this. Your boy is about to go down. He's going back to the feds. They're going to make sure of it. You're not even supposed to put yourself in that situation. I don't care, man, look. I don't know if it's because his age or he don't have the right people around him. Bro, you about to do $150,000 per show. You threw away the bag, bro. I know you mad at Gucci, but that's not how you handle business. You in a different arena. Some people just don't need that type of fame. They don't need no money. They don't need it because you put yourself. You was one of the last ones that was left. I'm Lil Durk gone. There's nobody. You one of the last ones. So I just don't understand why you put yourself in that situation. But I will say this, though. They're going to try to give you 30 years. For robbery, for all of that, they're going to try to give you 30 years and up. 20 20 years, 10, 15. He about to get some time, you know? So, man, Gucci got a diss record out, whatever. Gucci a businessman. I mean, you know, we know he killed somebody, he robbed, and all this type of different things you talking about. But now you're a businessman. I guess, you know, your wife, she keeping you on them pills, keep your mind going. But I just gotta say, man, I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. You dig? So I hope the young brother get out and change and do all of that. But it ain't looking good. You know, it's not looking good. And your boy Gucci, you know, we love Gucci, you know, for years. But your boy snitching. He doing everything he ain't talking about. But hey, you're a businessman now, you know. How, man, get in them comments and let me know how y'all feel about this. You think Gucci a snitch, or you think he being a businessman? Do you think Pooh Shiesty gonna do 10 plus years, 15? You know the Fed's gonna try to stick it to him. Tell me how y'all feel. It's your boy Jilla, BTB News Media. If you want more reaction videos like this, I'm gonna talk about a few things. So let's get to it. I'm out. Deuce.